So what's up everybody, Black Clover 330 spoilers are out. I have to say I have mixed feelings with this chapter. On one end, I'm very excited as to the future arcs this chapter basically set up, because it's quite clear that 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚑𝚝 has been planning something. And like I said before in the spoiler videos and other videos, I definitely think he has something to do with 𝙲𝚘𝚎𝚅. But at the same time, I'm a little bit disappointed how this arc ended, because it could have been so much more. So I will speak about the arc as well. But at the end of the day, I still like this chapter. I'm just disappointed how 𝙲𝚘𝚎 has been executing this arc. So let's get into this Black Clover 330 spoiler video. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, so he should hit me with some false copyright strikes. So let's get back to 5,000 subscribers. Check out the Discord and the Patreon. I have a second channel that focuses on One Piece, and I'm going to start doing Boruto videos. I'm just trying to catch up, so definitely look out for that. So yeah, this chapter is just a windmill of emotions to me, because at one end, I'm so excited for the future Black Clover, because this chapter really sets up for something that I've been talking about for like a month already. I said it like 3 weeks before that adrammelech has a connection with 𝙲𝚘𝚎𝚅. I'm excited that in a sense it's kind of confirming this, because it looks like adrammelech actually was hoping that Asta would defeat 𝚲𝚘𝚎𝚅. So it makes me wonder, like, do they know about Asta's power? Do the underworld knows about Liebe and Asta's power? Like, to me it's just weird, because at one point adrammelech, he basically said, I didn't expect much for humans. So now that 𝚲𝚘𝚎𝚅 lost, it kind of seemed like adrammelech was hoping but wasn't planning for this to happen, but he wished that 𝚲𝚘𝚎𝚅 would get defeated. The only thing I have to say is that adrammelech just disappears. That's so anticlimactic for me, but at the end of the day, I know it's setting up for the next arc, but it's just weird in a sense, because adrammelech basically just says bye, you know, and then the cast is like, oh, everything's back to normal, basically. Of course, everybody almost died, but like the ending of this chapter and everything how it went, it doesn't sit well for me, to be honest with you, because you're literally leaving that devil to run out loose in the real world. Of course, yes, you probably won the battle, but it's clear that the war is not over. So to me, it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, I'm excited as to what adrammelech's plan is, because I'm definitely thinking it has to do with 𝙲𝚘𝚎𝚅 because of the Order of the Flies. And if this is true, then keep in mind that the Order of the Flies also has Astaroth as one of the members. So we're probably going to get the Time Devil revealed soon. We still have that 𝚤𝚙𝚎𝚅𝚑𝚝 sibling running around somewhere, so that's weird to me too. Definitely in the next couple of chapters, I'm pretty sure something will get explained, but still, like, it just rubbed me the wrong way how 𝙲𝚘𝚎 executed this chapter. This arc was very disappointing to me, because the best villain of the arc, hands down, no competition, has been Zenon. Zenon is the villain that we should have got more of from the devils, but it looks like 𝙲𝚘𝚎 is trying to show that devils are just evil because they're devils, versus Zenon, who became evil because of circumstances, and he wasn't really evil per se because he really cared about his kingdom. He just became twisted. So hopefully we do get some backstories with devils, and 𝙲𝚘𝚎 doesn't want to get that formula that I'm seeing that he's using with devils, because the only devil that we really got any type of backstory, any type of understanding why this creature is the way it is Liebe. I guess Liebe has kind of been humanized in a sense, maybe because he's an important character in the series, that's why he's been humanized. But to me, it's just 𝙲𝚘𝚎 should explain as to why the devils are the way they are. But of course, we all know devils in Black Clover are demons, and demons in Judeo-Christianity are basically the manifestation of evilness or negativity. So I understand why there's no like depth to the devils that we saw too much. They kind of just were very blatant, but Zagreus had a lot of character to him. I wish the same thing that Zagreus had, these devils had as well, because there was lore with him. And with 𝚲𝚘𝚎𝚅, yeah, there was some lore. He actually was the person that killed 𝚲𝚘𝚎. And I see what 𝙲𝚘𝚎 did in this arc, a term that's been used in the community, which is the light triad. Noel, Asta, Yuno have all had their parents or a parent been killed by someone in this arc, and they all defeated the creature or the thing that caused their family member to end up dying. You know, I see what 𝙲𝚘𝚎 did with that, but the thing is, this arc was the tree of death. There should have been more deaths involved besides half of the Golden Dawn dying. That set the tone for this arc, and it kind of dropped the ball, because none of the actual characters that we had an emotional investment with died. So that's my issue with this chapter. But basically, enough with that rant. This chapter confirms that the war has ended. Adrammelech basically just takes 𝚤𝚏's heart away, which is weird to me because 𝚤𝚏 said half of his power is still in the underworld. So I wonder, is 𝚤𝚏 actually dead or not? Because it looks like that body did get disintegrated, but at the end of the day, we know that this 𝚤𝚏 is a product from all the mid-tier and low-tier devils from the first and second level. So is there another 𝚤𝚏 still in the underworld? And also the fact that adrammelech took 𝚤𝚏's heart away and ran away with it, we do know that 𝚤𝚙𝚙𝚢𝚛, at least in demonology, is very loyal to Lucifer. So if 𝚤𝚙 goes with demonology, 𝚤𝚙𝚙𝚢𝚏 wouldn't like what adrammelech just did, taking 𝚤𝚏's heart away. But I did say in videos before, weeks ago, that it's clear that a lot of the devils did not respect 𝚤𝚏. People are saying this is the worst arc in all of shonen. That's very dramatic, to be honest with you. This arc, I will still say it's a high 7, low 8 to me. I have to reread everything again to give you guys a real good analysis of this arc, but still it just rubbed me the wrong way. So Yami and Knots are on the verge of death. Mimosa and Gray are actually out of magical power. However, nobody actually dies. Looks like William says something, but Charmy comes in with her food magic and basically recover the mana of Mimosa, and she heals everybody. And to me, that's one of the reasons I have problems with this chapter, because you left Charmy out. We haven't seen Charmy anywhere, and I can understand she couldn't move too much because of the gravity magic. That made sense, but still, Charmy couldn't have done something before. To me, that's kind of bad writing in a sense, but I don't want to get too much into this because I'll definitely talk about this more in the review. But still, man, there's so much mixed feelings with this, because a lot of my predictions came true in terms of adrammelech not respecting 𝚤𝚏, and it looks like a lot of the devils don't respect 𝚤𝚏 as the actual king. I said it weeks ago, there could be a fraction between Beelzebub and 𝚤𝚏. So it looks like this might be the case. Charlotte actually confesses to Yami she loves him, and she says, please Yami, don't die. Yami thanks Charlotte. Looks like Yami basically knows now that Charlotte loves him, and we'll see what this romance forms into. You have a scene that's very interesting to me, because I said this before in another video. I definitely think we're going to have an arc with Yami going to his homeland. I think we're going to learn more of his homeland, because his katana apparently had metal, or its creation has something to do with Yami's homeland. I'm not entirely sure if I remember exactly, because somebody told me in the comments that it was actually created in the Clover Kingdom, but the Wizard King Julius got the metals, or was manufactured somehow from Yami's homeland. However, I definitely think Yami will end up going back to his homeland, because there's a line of Yami basically telling Asa, you can have it, I'll just get a new one. So Asa officially gets Yami's katana, and then Yami will get a new one. It'll be very interesting to see Yami's new sword, and it'll be funny if somehow Asta ends up taking his new sword as well, but I doubt it. Something tells me Asta will get a 5th sword. I'm gonna make a video about that later on, so it should be coming out probably Saturday, so watch out for that. But I'm excited as to where Black Clover is going from here, but I'm just a little disappointed with this arc, because this arc had so much potential. The tone was set so well at the beginning, and then how it ended, it wasn't executed right for me. But at the end of the day, this is not my story. I still love Black Clover. I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is, but man, there should have been more consequences, because it's almost like Vito was a better villain than 𝚤𝚏, because when Asta and the Black Bulls fought Vito, there was consequences. Asta lost his arms. They had to go to the Witch's Forest, and then the Witch Queen healed Asta. There was consequences with fighting Vito. It doesn't seem right now that there's consequences with fighting 𝚤𝚏, because everybody got healed. I mean, we're probably gonna figure out in the future what is the consequences of Asta defeating 𝚤𝚏, because the fact that adrammelech took his heart, it doesn't look like he actually pierced it. He just ran away with it. So it makes me wonder what will be the consequence of Asta defeating 𝚤𝚏. Will adrammelech make some type of ritual that needed 𝚤𝚏's heart, and he needed somebody to defeat 𝚤𝚏 so he can extract it from him? There's just so many possibilities with that, but once again, I'm just not happy how it was executed. Could have been handled better. We could have more depth to the villains than just kind of had 𝚤𝚏 come out and be just evil for just being evil. Like I said before, it looks like in tabata's mind, devils don't need a reason to be evil. They're just creatures that are evil. And if you look back into the underworld, you kind of see that devils are cruel and heartless. The only person that seemed to be different was Libe. So the end of the chapter is basically saying that Knot has come to the conclusion that he wants to live. I said this before in many other videos. You can check the last 3 weeks of my prediction videos. I knew Knot wasn't gonna die, because he had that speech with Yami. After that speech, there's no way he was gonna die. Moving forward, I wonder what Knot would do. I wonder if he will give up his position as was the vice captain, which leads Asa to become a vice captain. At the end, the Black Bulls reunite, and that's basically the end of the chapter. There's no break, which is great. But yes, that's basically all to say. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these Black Clover 330 spoilers. Did you like the chapter? How do you feel about this arc? Does this chapter give you mixed feelings? What do you think is adrammelech's plan? Do you think that there's going to be major consequences now that Asa defeated Lucifero? Do you think adrammelech and Beelzebub are plotting something? Because in demonology, adrammelech has ties to Beelzebub. Where's Mars? Like, this guy has been absent the whole entire arc. Like, the Diamond Kingdom just basically bowed down to the Spade Kingdom. What do you think is going to happen now to Yuno and the Spade Kingdom? Alright, like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.